going on, guys? So this is going to be a little bit of a short episode. I really just wanted to highlight a level that a lot of people had questions about. It's called Wario's Tidal Marsh. The clear rate is a little low, I think, because I probably should have put the checkpoint a little closer, but there's something very interesting about this level I'm about to show you, and then I'll show you how I did it in the back end. So let's take a look. Okay, so as you can see, the screen is wiped clean. Mario disappears into the ceiling. The poison wipes clear the course. And presents new challenges on each clearing from the poison. So it comes across like a total glitch. Okay, so let's take a look at a little bit of the behind the scenes now that we've seen that happen a few times. We're using custom auto scroll for this. The custom auto scroll speed is fast because we want it to go from one screen to the next. Now, what's important to point out is these hard blocks. This is stopping the screen from going over to the next one, right? So we have the poison. Let's take a look at this. The poison level is going up at max speed and back down. You can see about how high it is. It's going a little bit above the halfway point. So I have it disappearing, so there's a safe spot for Mario, but we don't want to see Mario up there. We want the poison to literally wash the screen, if you will. So the key here in building this, it took a long time because I had to figure out the exact timing of the poison, like by the time Mario got up there. And the interesting thing is, so the opening screen, the poison starts at the bottom, right? So I need to start the timing from when the poison's at the bottom going to the top. But by the time we go to the next screen, you notice the poison starts at the top and goes down and then comes back up. So the timing is very different. And basically, if we look up here and we time this, I have a side spring on a track and I have a hard block on a track. So that way, it literally just changes at the same time as the poison rising. Now, I have a semi-solid up here because we want Mario to have open space to be able to jump up into, but we don't really want him to go anywhere. The side spring is going to force him over, and there's a one-way down here. You can't really see it. When Mario lands on this, it's going to take him up and then just push him down and gently release him. It gives the impression that Mario went up and then he's just coming back down into a new screen. So the magic of it is really cool. The second screen timing, as you notice, is a little bit different here because the poison's starting from the top, so it has a little bit longer to go. So I essentially had to like double the timing with that side spring and the hard block because we want the hard block to send us over. Now the interesting thing is, when building a level like this, because the poison's starting at the top and going down when you're in here, the only way you can really get it right is you have to start from the beginning and test it out because it's very finicky. So notice, okay, so the poison's down here, right? It goes up to that semi-solid bridge. Okay, now we heard the block and the bomb. We already know the spring pushed us over and now we're in this screen. So here we go. The poison's coming from the top going down. So now the timing has been different ever since we entered this screen. So once and the glitch sound effect just kind of adds to the mystery and intrigue of it all, which is kind of cool. Well, anyways, you get the point. But yeah, so that continues over here. So we got like a similar setup. The timing is slightly different as you move from screen to screen, so it required a lot of experimentation. You can see with the track, they look like they're kind of going all over the place, but that's really just for the timing. Curved track timing is different than angled track timing, which is different than straight track timing, obviously. There's infinite things you could do with these rooms. Be prepared to experiment a lot with it, but the end result is really cool. If I were to redo this again, I probably only would have done 3 rooms and then a checkpoint, because I think the reason that the clear rate's so low is because I had like basically 5 rooms, which is probably a bit too long. But once you have the checkpoint, you want to make sure it's at the bottom, because you figure you're coming from the top, the poison's going down, you just want enough obstacles to go to the bottom and then go in. Now if you put the checkpoint at the top, that would throw off the poison, because you're arriving at the checkpoint when the poison is high going down, versus if you died and started again, the poison would be at the bottom going up, so that wouldn't be fair to the player. So it's important that you leave the checkpoint closer to the bottom. So if we were to die and start at this checkpoint, no big deal, we can just go right on our way. So yeah, if you want to build something like this, I would encourage you to finish with like an end pipe, or towards the bottom, just so you can kind of clear it out, and then maybe go to like a coin or bonus room and then finish it off, as opposed to maybe having the finish here at the bottom. You might as well have it like quick finish. You just don't want the player to die for a ridiculous reason, or from having to die and reset. Cool. If you guys have questions on anything, feel free to leave me a comment. I'd love to see if you guys can incorporate something like this.